Top 10 must-see attractions in Egypt. Egypt is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and it is an amazing place to visit. This country is full of history and interesting places. There are many must-see attractions in Egypt, but today we want to focus on just the top 10. Before we get into this countdown, let's take a look at a trivia question. Which is the largest pyramid in the world? A. Quetzalcoatl Pyramid, B. Khafre Pyramid, C. Khufu Pyramid. Hang on to your hats and feel free to put your answer in the comments. Also, if you're not already, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell. And here we go. 10. The Great Pyramids of Giza. The Great Pyramids of Giza are without a doubt the most famous attraction in Egypt. For more than 4,500 years, they have stood as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Though time has taken its toll on some of these famous monuments, it has not affected their beauty or their mystique. They are even more impressive today than they were when they were built. Giza is also the site of a third Great Pyramid called the Pyramid of Mycerinus and several other pyramids that have long since been robbed for their building stones. 9. The Egyptian Museum in Cairo. The Egyptian Museum is located in Tahrir Square and is one of the largest museums in the world. It contains over 120,000 pieces that were found during the excavation of the Valley of Kings and nearby tombs. The collection includes things such as papyrus scrolls, jewelry, statues, mummies, and other artifacts from ancient Egypt. 8. Temple of Karnak. Temple of Karnak is a complex consisting of 4 main temples: Ipet Isut, the most important, the mortuary temple of Hatshepsut, dedicated to Amun, the temple of Amenhotep III, and that of Ramses II, which are surrounded by several smaller temples, the most notable being that dedicated to Ptah. The temple was built for more than 1,200 years in several phases, starting from the 18th dynasty and ending with the Ptolemaic period under Alexander the Great. 7. Abu Simbel Temples. Abu Simbel temples were constructed between 1244 BC and 1224 BC as a monument to Pharaoh Ramses II, also known as Ozymandias. They were built at a mountain at Abu Simbel in southern Egypt, between Aswan in Upper Egypt and Wadi Halfa in Nubia, now Sudan. The site was chosen mainly for its proximity to both Nubian gold mines and trade routes which followed the Nile River. 6. Dahab and Blue Hole. Dahab is a small town located in Sinai, Egypt, where the Sinai Peninsula meets the northern coast of Africa. It is a popular beach destination due to its tropical climate and diverse marine life. The area surrounding Dahab is also home to many Bedouin who live in traditional settlements known as Saba. 5. Luxor Temple. The Luxor Temple, known to locals as Karnak, was originally constructed by 2 pharaohs, Amenhotep III in the 14th century BC and Ramses II in 12th century BC on the west bank of the Nile River across from Thebes, modern-day Luxor. Today, most of it lies in ruins, but it is still an impressive sight. 4. The Valley of the Kings. The Valley of the Kings is located on the west bank of the Nile opposite Luxor. It is one of the most famous sites in Egypt and one of the most important archaeological sites in the entire world. It contains over 60 tombs from a period of about 500 years, from 15th to 11th century BC. It was discovered in 1817 by Giovanni Battista Belzoni, 1778 to 1823. 3. The Colossi of Memnon. The Colossi of Memnon are 2 massive stone statues, each weighing about 220 tons, 200 tons for each statue, that were built near Thebes during the New Kingdom around 1350 BC. They were originally part of a temple built for Amenhotep III, reign 1390 to 53 BC. They depict Amenhotep III in a seated position, his hands resting on his knees and his gaze facing eastwards, towards the river where in ancient times a cult statue stood. To either side there stands statues representing Hathor, goddesses that represent nature and fertility, as well as artisanship. 2. The Valley of the Queens. The Valley of the Queens is a place located in Egypt where many royal women were buried. It is located on the west bank of the Nile opposite Thebes, modern-day Luxor, and near to the Valley of the Kings. Most tombs date from the 18th to 20th century BC. It contains more than 60 tombs, which belong to pharaohs, notably Tausert and Tusret, and their queens and consorts. Before we get to number 1, let's take a look back at the trivia question from earlier. Which is the largest pyramid in the world? A. Quetzalcoatl Pyramid, B. Khafre Pyramid, C. Khufu Pyramid. The correct answer was A. The Quetzalcoatl Pyramid is the largest pyramid in the world. It is located in the ancient city of Teotihuacan, which is about 30 miles, 50 kilometers north-northeast of present-day Mexico City. This pyramid was built during the 1st century BC. Now that you know the answer to that trivia question, let's get back to the number 1 in the list of most iconic Egypt attractions. 1. The Great Sphinx of Giza. The Great Sphinx of Giza is a limestone statue of a reclining or couchant sphinx, a mythical creature with the body of a lion and the head of a human that stands on the Giza Plateau on the west bank of the Nile in Giza, Egypt. The face of the Sphinx is generally believed to represent the pharaoh Khafra. It is the largest monolith statue in Egypt and one of the largest in the world. It is now partially destroyed because of poor quality workmanship and deliberate vandalism. The Sphinx represents a creature with the body of a lion and a human head. The animal's name, Sphinx, derives from the Greek word sphinx, meaning strangler or one who tightens. The Sphinx has its origins in ancient mythology, but it was an Egyptian god, which took its current form in the 4th dynasty that was built as a guardian of the Giza pyramids. The Sphinx is located on the west bank of the Nile River, directly facing east with its back to the river. It faces directly towards the sun rising in the east and protects from its harmful rays. The monuments in front of it were built to align with certain astronomical events such as solstices and equinoxes. That does it for Top 10 Must-See Attractions in Egypt. We hope you liked it. Agree or disagree, feel free to leave a comment below. Also, be sure to subscribe, comment, and like this clip. We put out videos several times a week, so ring that bell to be notified when we post new content. Thanks for watching.